Hello, it's Red Knight here and welcome back to R3DKNIGHTs Town. This video is going to be focusing on my town, and I'm currently a Reputation 23 player and I'm about to do a level 92 TEM sale. Now, what are TEMs, I hear you say? Well, TEMs are town expansion materials, and sometimes you need them, sometimes you don't. Now, when you don't need them, they tend to take up a lot of space in your barn, so the best thing to do is just to sell them off, which a lot of people have been doing recently, and I think it's wonderful because I've been buying many back now that I do need them. Now, when you have just upgraded your town, you will find that you can start to upgrade your buildings. Now, once you've upgraded those buildings, you can't really do anything until the next level. So you have the choice of keeping those TEMs in your storage, or you can sell them. Now, I'm quite happy about selling my TEMs because I don't always want to keep them there. I like to focus on one or two things at a time and to upgrade as and when I need them, because it's very easy to find expansion materials, if I do say so, especially for the town. Now, I have noticed in the newspaper recently that a lot of town expansion materials are there for the picking. So it's a fantastic opportunity if you would like to buy them to upgrade your town if you haven't already done so. Now, my strong recommendation is when someone does start selling these town expansion materials and you need them, then do buy them, because it's really worthwhile expanding within your town and making it so it's much faster. Imagine the fact that you've now got 6 slots with each of the building. That means you can serve 6 town visitors, and town visitors will give you lots of cool prizes. Sometimes it will be other expansion materials, and you can always use those expansion materials elsewhere within your farm. Sometimes it will be mining tools, and you can use those mining tools in the mine, and if you are lucky, maybe get some more diamonds. Sweet, if I do say so. The other thing which is really nice about having visitors in your town, when they do give you gifts, if you don't want them, you can sell them for lots of money. Just look at the coins I'm getting for selling all of these TEMs now. That's quite impressive. They will sell for a high value. People do buy them. Okay, when there's a glut in the market, okay, they're just going to sit there for a long time. But when the market is very quiet, do sell them off. So do focus on what's being advertised in the newspaper and adjust your sales based on that. Now, I tend to sell when the newspaper is quiet, and then when the newspaper is busy, I tend to buy because they're often much cheaper. But not everybody sells at a reduced price, which is okay, because literally I'm just giving with one hand and taking with the other, and then just using as I need them. Now, once you do have those TEMs and you decide that you would like to upgrade your town a little bit more, what should you focus on? Now, this is a question that was posed recently, so I thought I might answer it just one more time here. Now, my strong recommendation, if you are going to focus on your town for the building upgrade: 1, do the visitor slots, because you need to max out to 6. Second, I would say reduce your service time, because the faster you turn around the visitor, the more prizes, the more coins, the more experience you're going to get. Now, with the next one, you have a choice between coins or experience and reputation points. Now, my preference will be experience reputation, because the more reputation you have, the better you can level up. The more experience you have, the higher you can go within the farm levels. Now, currently I'm a level 92 for this image, but at the moment within the game, I'm now a level 95, and I'm so happy about that. Oh yes, level 95. 5 more to go for the big 100. I can't wait. But it does get more and more challenging. The experience points that you need are much higher. So you are going to have to start doing more town visitors, because the experience really does add up quite quickly sometimes. Actually, no, not always. Sometimes it's a little bit slow. It just depends on how quickly you're turning the visitors around. So, as I said, make sure that you do the visitor slots, then the service time. Max out those buildings. Now, just do pay attention to those buildings, because each building will require a certain amount of expansion materials. If you know what each building needs, just add up the totals and then just write it down on a piece of paper, and then once you've got those totals, you're set. You don't need to buy any more. If you do find that you have extra, then just sell them off. Now, the more challenging part for the town expansion materials will be those planks and other expansion materials that you can use elsewhere within the farm game. Those ones are more challenging to get. Now, what do I like about the town? Well, I love everything about the town. What isn't there to like? It's a wonderful place. Not only do we have town events where you can get double coins as an example, you get wonderful gifts, as I said. It's also a perfect opportunity for you to be able to decorate. And Christmas is just around the corner. So I'm so looking forward to all of your town Christmas designs. So please, if you do have any cool town designs for Christmas, let me know. Send me your image, tell me your farm information, and I will head on over to your town, and I will take photos and basically put you into a video. I'm really looking forward to making a Christmas town video this year. So as I said, let me know all about your town images if you have some really good ones. A simple design, something more complicated. Okay, excuse me, I need a quick drink. I just love barley tea. Near my house we have a home store that sells barley tea by the 2 litres. It's only 98 yen, and I probably get through about 3 of these bottles a day. It's absolutely wonderful. Now, actually, I'm a coffee drinker, and I must admit I do love coffee more than tea, but when I'm at home, barley tea is just as refreshing. Now, this is my town. You can see here that I'm having a look at my buildings, and you can see where I am at the moment. Now, because I've just started level 3 or 23 reputation, I don't need the expansion materials, at least not for another 20-odd thousand points. So anything that I have there, I can just sell and get rid of. You've seen there as well that 2 of my spots are maxed out. That would be the visitors and the service type. And I'm now working on the 2 in the middle. Like I said, coinage for me is my 3rd one. It's not so important, and I'm trying to max out the service or the reputation and experience. Now, I do love the town. As you've probably already guessed, I like the visitors. Now, I would like to see more visitors at some stage within the game, and I would like to see some other interesting aspects added to the town, because I still feel it's a really underused area. And I must admit, I cannot wait for the ideas that I saw at the Supercell office to be introduced into the game for the town area. I have my fingers crossed that it will be before the end of the year. If not, early next year will be very, very nice. So please, Heyday team, if you're listening, can we have something new in the town, please? Pretty please, pretty please, pretty please. I think I've said it enough. Okay, right, now the town is resource heavy, as you already know. So you are going to need lots of materials from your farm. So do get on over to your farm, use your diamonds, max out your building production lines where you can, and get producing. Now, if you're lucky like me, you have a rather large barn size. Now, if you want to, you can use the expansion materials and then basically max out your barn. But sometimes you may not want to, and you might just want to sell all the items. And that's what I'm doing at the moment. Now, I don't sell expansion materials all the time. I sell them every now and then, and if I do have them, I'm quite happy to pass them on. Now, I do get a lot of requests from people saying, please, can you give me some expansion materials? Now, I don't mind doing that sometimes, but please do stop sending me messages every day. Okay, you can try to get these expansion materials yourself. Now, let me give you some tips on how to find these expansion materials. 1. Harvest. To harvest is a good way of actually getting crops. It gives you experience points, you can sell them for coins, and as a nice little bonus, you can get some expansion materials, which you can then use and get more coins, or you can upgrade, or you can go to the town and upgrade your buildings even more. Sweet. You can also buy animals. Now, if you do buy the animals using vouchers as an example, you can then feed those animals with the products that you have grown, i.e. carrots as an example, and then if you are lucky, they will give you some more expansion materials. Awesome! I so love that. Now, my preference for finding expansion materials is to either use the newspaper, and quite often it's a race to get those items. Now, playing on an iPad is much easier, so I can see many farms at one go. Previously in the past, when I used to use my iPhone, it was more challenging and I would not always get the items quickly. But now it's so much easier just to look at all those farms in one go, see who's selling something, and then just jump to them and hopefully grab that item before someone else beats me to the punch. Now, if I do lose out, it's okay because there's always next time. Now, if someone is selling expansion materials, I would strongly suggest that you just hover at that farm for a few more minutes, because quite often people add items, then they add items again. Now, do pay attention that if it is in the last slot for the actual stall, a lot of Facebook groups and traders do use that for trading. So if you are seeing something advertised and sold for, say, 1 coin, and there's a wheat there for 1 coin, please do be aware that maybe you're buying someone else's trade that they've agreed to. And quite often it's really difficult to give the item back. But then again, at the end of the day, trading is a risk, and if you do see something in the stall and you are the first person to get it, I personally feel it's okay to buy it. And if someone does buy items that I'm trading with someone else, okay, at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do about it. I do not mind if you buy it, at least until we have the option later in the game, maybe, where you can have a specific trade box for, say, your neighborhood or friends. But that may be something that we will see introduced at some other stage in the future. Now, I'm hoping not too soon, but it would be very nice. Another way of actually getting expansion materials is to stall hop. Now, I'm going to show you an example of this a little bit later, and you will see as I'm going from farm to farm to farm very quickly and just skimming the stalls just to see what someone is actually selling. It's a really useful technique, and it makes it so much easier to find items sometimes. And if your internet connection is really good, then you can actually zoom through many farms quite quickly. It does become a little bit blurry after a while, but it's a great technique for finding items that are being sold by your friends. Now, if you're like myself, you've got about 2,000 friends on your Facebook account and it's still growing. A lot of these people have stalls. Okay, that's a lot of friends on your friends bar, and it does slow it down a little bit sometimes. But it gives you more opportunities for finding lots of expansion materials, especially for the town. And then you never know, maybe you'll see someone like myself who's selling lots of items and you can just snap them up very quickly. Now, at the moment, you're noticing here that I'm selling the metal bars. Now, are the metal bars useful in the town? Oh my goodness, yes they are. And trust me, you will need a lot of those metal bars, especially if you're looking to upgrade your personal train. Now, I would really suggest that everybody upgrades that personal train, because it allows you to visit your neighborhood towns. Once you've actually visited their towns, you can start picking up passengers, and the maximum number of passengers you can actually pick up is 10. Now, if you are lucky and you're able to pick up 10 visitors, they will then come back to your town, start demanding items, but they only want to go to one building. Awesome! If your building is maxed out, the turnaround time is really fast, and you will get gifts very quickly. And if you are doing a derby task where you're doing a visitors from your town, you can do high point tasks really quickly. Okay, the slowest building for turning around is the bed and breakfast, but the others do it really fast. Now, if you want to reduce a building time quite quickly, I would say focus on the B&B last, but do the other ones first, because if you get those ones done, then you're more likely to get gifts and expansion materials a lot faster, and then your derby points go up. Now you're noticing here that when I'm selling these items, I'm selling them for full price. So I now have at the moment in the game here 2,580,708 gold coins. Now is that a lot? Now maybe if you're a lower level player, you're thinking, oh my goodness, he's rich. But for some of you higher level players, you're thinking, 2 million, that's nothing. I've got 14 million in there. Well, once you've actually started increasing the levels within your game, coins do mount up. So you lower level players out there, don't worry if you can't afford to buy all of these items that we are selling. If you can't afford it, then you're not ready for it. So start saving your coins, start expanding machines, and start producing and getting experience, and then focusing back on the town. Now, I do so love this town design at the moment, but I'm looking to change it very, very soon. And I'm thinking of doing something very Christmassy once we get the Christmas decoration. So maybe my hotel will come down. Now, please give me your suggestions. What design would you like me to see or for me to do this time? What would you like me to be creative with within my town? I think my town needs to be changed once more, and I'm looking to do that very, very quickly. Now, I have looked at other farms and towns out there, and I've seen some interesting designs that I like, but I'm looking for a nice Christmassy animal design. Now, if you look at my farm at the moment, you'll see that my purple cat is turning white. In fact, it's changed colour already. It's gone from purple to yellow, and it's now going from yellow to white. So I wasn't quite happy with the non-use of the purple flowers that I was using. It was not productive. So I'm now using the nectar bushes, and my bees are gradually harvesting the nectar, and my bushes are turning white, and my cat is becoming a beautiful snow cat. Now, I'm looking for a really cool Christmassy animal design or imagery design for my town that would be pride of place where my hotel is. So if you have any ideas or suggestions, or you have an image that you would like me to copy and show off to the world, let me know. Send that image to me, and I will give you pride and place for that design where my hotel is located at the moment. Now, if I have to spend coins to buy decorations or ornaments to do it, not to worry. I don't mind using the coins that I've got for this event. So, Christmas is coming, and I'm so happy about that. Just over a month. Oh yes. Now, what are you going to be doing for Christmas? Are you going to be staying home? Will you be taking any wonderful train rides and visiting your family at some beautiful place or location within your country? Will you be flying across the world and joining me here in Japan? Will you be popping down to your local supermarket and buying your Christmas turkey and then inviting all your neighborhood around to have turkey dinner? Now, do remember, Christmas is a really important time for family, but Christmas is also a very lonely time for other people out there in the world. So do remember all of those who are not as fortunate as you. When you're in your church praying, when you're outside walking along the street and you see someone who is maybe a little cold for Christmas, do remember that seasonal spirit. I must admit, today I'm feeling a little bit emotional. I watched a really fantastic video on my Facebook account that someone had actually shared. It showed a lot of people just helping animals or other people in difficult situations, and another person observing them. And it brought a little tear to my eye, and my chest felt a little bit tight. And with Christmas just around the corner, it kind of makes you think about all of these people who are not as fortunate as yourself. So I think for Christmas, I'm going to be doing a little bit extra this year, but in my own way. Right, I'm level 92. Reputation point 23. I need about another 22,000 before I can even think about expanding. I've sold off all of my TEMs, which were the town expansion materials. I've sold off everything else that I don't need as well, and you'll now notice that everything is 000. Now, I'm very happy with this. I don't need the items, they were taking up storage, so I'm quite happy for them to be out of the way at the moment. Now, I'm not going to start thinking about expanding until I get much later into this level. So how many levels will it take me before I get to the point where I would like to start thinking about upgrading to reputation level 24 for the town? How long will it take me farm level wise before I need to start buying any items that I've just sold off? Now, like I said, I'd just gone up to level 95. So basically, by the time I got to level 94, almost level 95, I then hit that 24 mark. So you're talking like 2 whole levels it took me to build that up. And that's just normal playing and then coming back to the town every now and then doing town-based activities. So you could probably guess from this that it's not something you're going to do very quickly, especially once you've got to the higher levels. Now when it's much lower, okay, the points you need to get are much easier. So maybe you're expanding a lot faster. This is why I don't want, or I didn't want, these items in my storage, because they just take up a lot of space. And it gives me more coins, so I'm quite happy with the coinage. I can spend that elsewhere, and then maybe later on come back and then start buying again. You'll see here that my station is maxed out as well. I'm quite happy about that. My town hall is maxed out. You need to upgrade those, everybody. It's very important. Same with my personal train, they're maxed out. Look at that turnaround time, 1 hour 30 minutes. Right, now, I said I was going to show you how to find items quickly. Now, this is what I call stall hunting. So I'm starting at the highest level here. And what I'm going to do is to jump between the different stalls and see if I can find anything that I need. Now, how do you do this very quickly? Now, once you've actually got the stall up like you've got here, you've got the 2 icons, one to the left, one to the right. The one to the left will let you go higher, the one to the right will let you go lower. And all you need to do is just keep tapping that one to the right until you see something that pops up or looks interesting, or maybe you might want to buy. Now, if it's grayed out like some of these images, it's been sold. If it's still in a beautiful color, then you can actually buy it. Now, you will notice as well that some of these friends of mine are actually selling quite a lot of goodies. Now, I've missed out on those opportunities to get those, but since they're my friends, I'm going to have the chance again and again in the future, because it's something that we all regularly do. So look at all these expansion materials. Now, this does not mean that this person is adding all those expansion materials at that same time. Quite a lot of players will just leave the coins and the spaces sitting there, and then every now and then they will take the coins and just add in a new item for people to buy. It kind of helps to maintain interest on their farm. People always go back and check, and then they get their crates filled more quickly, they get their bushes and trees revived much faster, and they get help as and when they need it. Plus, people tend to like their farm a lot more, and they tend to follow them a lot more, and you build up your friends base much faster. So if you're not looking to collect the coins straight away, and you want to encourage people to come and visit your farm, it's a great idea just to leave things sitting there. Now, I must admit, I do collect the coins that people, or when people have bought things, and it sometimes means that people say they look at my stall and say, hey, you never add anything to it. Actually, I do, but items go very quickly. When you've got about 2,000 people who stall hunt like this as well, then items don't stay there for long, especially if you put them in the newspaper. But as I said, skimming through these farms very quickly will allow you to find items. So there, I've just bought some mallets and another load of mallets there. Now, do I need the mallets? No, I don't. But I can pass the mallets on to members of my neighborhood. And I've got quite a few there. Excellent, I just picked up some bolts as well. Awesome! I love it when you can find items. Now, some of these items I'm buying, I actually may not need. Now, it's okay, because I'm probably going to buy them and then pass them on or sell them to other friends, because we do have different friends, you know. Now, not everybody is able to find these items quickly, so I'm quite happy about paying full price and then just selling them on again a little bit later. It doesn't hurt me, it's good for the seller and it's good for the buyer. I just wish I could take commission. 10% commission on everything that I sell after I've purchased off someone. That could be quite interesting. That would be one nice addition to the game. So if we ever did have a trade option, imagine that you were doing the trade with someone and you wanted to trade with the person. You'd maybe have two boxes, like a red box and a green box. They would place their item in the red box, you place your item in the green box. If you're happy with that trade, then you could just say yes. If you're not happy, then you could say no. And it would be a nice way to just trade very, very quickly. Now, is that a change that's likely to happen? Probably not, but ideas are sometimes listened to. So if you do have any good ideas about how to improve the stall and to make the game much easier, do go to the Heyday forum. There is a fantastic idea section there and you can add your ideas. Or maybe you can comment below my video. And then when the Heyday team checks out my video, they read your comments, they could say, hey there, that was a good idea. Let's include that one in our ideas board and we will think about it. Right, so as you can see here, I'm skimming and scanning and working my way through. Now all of these farms I'm looking at here are in hundreds above, and these players do sell a lot of items. Sometimes they're cheap like this, sometimes they're more expensive, but just buy them every now and then. It's not going to hurt you. Coins are just coins, and especially when you are doing the truck events, it's very easy to run out of items very, very quickly. So for truck events, when you start to become short, head on over to the stalls. It's a great place to pick up those resources that you need very, very quickly. Now the other reason I kind of like skimming through the different farms is because I get to see who needs help sometimes, and I also get to see some awesome designs behind the actual image that I'm looking at. And if I see something that kind of stands out or piques my interest, then I often go there, have a look at that farm, and if I like it, I add it to my videos. So if you do have a really nice cool design, make sure it's in this area here and I will pick it up. Oh, look at those. Very nice. No, I'm full up. Oh my goodness, my barn is full up and I can't purchase those. Look at that, 30 items just sitting there and I don't have the space. Don't you just hate it when that happens? So I guess I'm going to have to go back to my farm and either use the items or start selling, and maybe come back here a little bit later. Now, town events are awesome. I just love town events because it often means more coins. It often means something really, really special. Now, we had a town event recently, back when I was doing level 93, and this was town visitors, 2 coins. So tourism is booming in your town. All town visitors you serve during this event give you double coins. Now start producing some goods and make your town visitors happy. Oh yes. And if you get the pirate chest, tap on it. So look at that. Not only do you get coins for the visitor, you get coins for the building as well, and that little beautiful purple total adds to it. So you can see here that my experience level is now increasing nicely. My coinage is going up. I've got lots of people waiting. Now, as usual, my pattern is to basically serve 2 and 1 building visitors. Now, occasionally I do serve those that want 3, but most of the time, which is probably 95% of the time, I send them on their way. Even though I have speeded up my turnaround time, 3 buildings is still many, many hours, especially if I am busy with something else. Oh yes, 566 coins there, very nice. Look at that, 704 coins, 268. Oh yeah, goody, goody, goody. Now, if you are starting an event and you have visitors already there waiting, I'm afraid those ones don't count towards giving you extra coinage. It's just these ones that you are serving once the event has started. So, when you see a town event, get on over there and start selling those items. Now, do remember, as I said, it's very resource heavy. Now, are you noticing here that I'm actually sending these visitors to buildings that require 3 people? Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I'm sending a visitor that requires 3 buildings to my buildings. Maybe it's because I'm being greedy and the coins are very, very nice. So those few occasions when I do change my mind and service 3 visitors are often during the events, because coins are very, very nice. Especially when you've now got 3 million in the bank. Yay! I could use those 3 millions to buy something. What should I get, I wonder? I was just thinking of a car then. I had this image of a car in my mind. Now, we've got this beautiful town, and I would love to have a car that I could have parked in my town as a kind of ornament or decoration. I think that would be very, very nice. I could create a kind of a car park area just in front of one of my buildings, like my bank as an example, and then maybe I could add a few cars in front of some of my buildings, as though I've had visitors drive into town. Now, what kind of car would you go for if you had this option? Would you like to go for something very sporty? Maybe you'd like a Ferrari or something in there. Maybe something a little bit more traditional like an MG or Rolls Royce. Maybe if you're like me, you might go for a Jaguar. I think that would look very nice. Maybe you're more of a family kind of person and you're looking for something that's a little bit more boxy, like a Volvo or a Range Rover. So what kind of car would you like to have in there? Now, whatever car design you choose, I think having a few ornaments that are car or even lorry design based would be a nice addition to the town, especially if these things were added. Now, what do you reckon about that? Would you like to see some car ornaments or decorations, or lorry, i.e. trucks for the American decorations, added that you could then include in your town design? I think that would be pretty sweet, actually. Maybe a nice little road decoration for instead of having a path piece, you've got a nice little road piece that you put down together, and it doesn't have this line between them. But if you put them, say, side by side, you have the option of, let's just say, a white line running down the center. This could be really, really good. I kind of like that idea. So, Heyday Design Team, what do you think? Do you think a nice little road decoration, maybe some vehicles, would be a nice addition to the town that people like myself with lots of coins might buy and then include? I'd really like to see more added to this area. One thing I would like the most, though, is more expansion in this area. Now, I'm very restricted by my land space I've got here, and there's only so much I could do with that town. But I would like to expand it a little bit more. I would like to have a larger area for a park, as an example. So all of these trees that are just down to the side, either to the left or the right, can we possibly at some stage in the future, i.e. near future, have it so that we can actually open up these areas a little bit more? I think the potential for development in that area is quite good, and I would love to see that a lot. Now, I still love this visitors board that tells me what my visitors need. I think it was probably one of the best additions to the town that's come out so far. It makes it so much easier knowing what you've got to produce. Now, you need to keep your farm very, very busy during these town events, as I've mentioned many, many times, because if you don't, you are going to run out of resources, and it's really, really important to have resources. So as an example, like we've just finished a event in real life at the moment where we could get double coins for a truck event. Oh my goodness, did I make so much money out of that. Now, like most events, they do stop and they do run out. So I'm kind of looking forward to the next event. I wonder what it's going to be. Now, will it be something that's Christmassy related? So what kind of Christmas event would you like to see, everybody? Would you like to see a farm Christmas event, or would you like to see a town Christmas event? I'd actually like to see something that is a combination of the two. I'd like to see a town and farm event that works very, very closely together. And maybe that could be quite cool. Something that would allow us both to get coins and experience, but also allow us to work towards a grand total. Now imagine if, okay, we had to produce items and the coin total that we actually produced went towards an event total. So it's not so much about making items, it's more about selling items. You could sell items to the visitors, you could sell items to your farm visitors, you could sell items to your truck, you could even sell items based on your boat trucks as well. But the coins you got, not only would they go to your normal coinage total, but each person's coinage total would tally up towards a grand total, and then we could all get a really nice Christmas prize out of that. I think that would be a wonderful idea. Not only would it encourage people to make items and sell items, but I think it could be quite good for motivating people to try a little bit harder. And it would certainly satisfy a lot of players who are always concerned about not having enough coins. Wow, I think that would be a wonderful Christmas addition to the game. But I'm not sure how easy it would be to set up and do. Maybe the software designers at the moment are cursing my name because of my idea, especially if it were to be accepted. Now, if we did have another kind of Christmas event, I'd like to see one in the town. I do love the town events a lot, and a nice little Christmassy town-focused one would be really good, with a town Christmas decoration as being the prize. Now, what kind of Christmas event would you like to see in the town? Okay. Maybe... Ooh, it's hard to say, isn't it? But I think if we did do a town event, instead of the visitors just giving us a normal package, maybe a package that's more Christmassy looking might be a little bit different. So maybe tweaking that part of the imagery. What I'd really like to see, though, is basically all of the visitors dressed up in Christmas costume. I'd like to see my town buildings all decorated with Christmas decoration. I could really create a wonderful imagery based around those buildings if every building had lights or something on them. I would really go for that a lot. Imagine if you could actually click on the building and then choose seasonal designs. So as an example, you wanted to change your B&B. So you click on the B&B and there's a little icon that says design changes. And just like a pop-up menu with the orders, it comes up with those options, and then you just choose a season. So you can have a summer design, a winter design, a spring design, and an autumn design. I think it could go really, really well with the game. Imagine all of the new design ideas that would come out as a result of this. I think there would be a lot of pleasantly surprised people. And I must admit, I've not seen this in any other games. Now, we do get the Christmassy lights design for the actual farmhouse, but I'm looking for a little bit more. Let's try to do something special, especially with the visitors. I really would like to see my visitors to my farm in costume as well. Now, I'm kind of looking forward to the winter effect. Snow on the trees and the ground, my animals wearing their winter clothing. It's kind of getting cold here in Japan, so I'm in that kind of wintry mood at the moment. I was actually thinking for this winter to head up to Hokkaido. Hokkaido has a really wonderful ice festival, and I would love to go and visit that. Sometimes the designs are out of this world, literally. Picking up visitors from my neighborhoods, very, very important, especially during the events. This is why I said earlier that if you can max out your personal train, it's a good idea to do that. Now, to max out your personal train, as I said, you are going to need a lot of metal bars. Now, this is where your neighborhood can really, really help you out, because you will need a lot. It's ridiculous the amount that's necessary. But once you've done it, it's a good feeling. Oh, I've just seen stone blocks in the newspaper and they're still there. Yay, I've just purchased those. That was very nice. So, thank you very much, Rusli, a level 99 player that is in a neighborhood called Medan Star. I just purchased some stone blocks off you, and I'm very pleased about that. So, thank you very much for selling them in the newspaper. And I must admit, I do like your farm, but your toolbox was locked. Very, very nice. What else is in the newspaper for me to buy that will help me with my town? Nothing at the moment. I did see some duct tape, but they went within seconds. So, but, ooh, Shiva's farm, I can revive your bushes here, so, and trees as well. Awesome. I do like reviving people's trees and bushes because it gives me a good opportunity to get thank you letters and then maybe gift cards. My last 30 gift cards, they gave me 15 diamonds. Oh yes. But then again, I made a mistake the other day in my town when I serviced one of my visitors. I was pressing the buttons too quickly and I pressed a speed up on one of my town visitors, and I used quite a few diamonds to speed up cherries. No! I was so gutted. All those diamonds just gone with a flash like that because I wasn't concentrating and I was doing it too quickly. Now, the game is not a fast game, but when we are playing, I must admit, sometimes we do things quickly. So to avoid mistakes in the town, be very careful when you are tapping the buttons, because if you're doing it quickly, you may find that you spend some of your diamonds that you don't want to spend on speeding up something that you didn't really want to speed up. Now, it's okay. I can get diamonds very, very easily in the game. Okay, I've got 66 now in the video, and I'm back up to 47 now after my little accident. I just hope I can get enough for when it comes to Christmas time, because I have a feeling that there will be some nice Christmas ornaments that I need to purchase. Now, one I do want to purchase this year is the carousel. I haven't been able to afford that one quite yet, and I'm hoping that by the time it comes round to that, I will get it. And I have a feeling that once I do, that will look very, very nice in my town, and that's where I'm going to put it. My town will become very, very Christmassy this year. My farm, okay, will have basic normal decoration, but my town will be the area that I will focus on the most. So do watch my town, keep your eye on it. If you see something you don't like about it, let me know in any of the messages that you send to me, or make comments below on some of my videos and say, hey, Red Knight, I don't like what you've done with your town. Change that design, it looks awful. And then I will say, but, okay, and then I will change it if your idea is very, very good. Now, if your idea is worse than mine, then I will politely decline and say, thank you very much, but no thank you. How do you decline people? I had an interesting class the other day where I was teaching my student how to decline politely. It's very interesting, all of the expressions that we use in English to say no. Now, if you are a second language learner and you do have any questions about English, or you're not sure about any of the grammar structures or vocabulary, even though I am your heyday farmer, I am also an English teacher in real life. And if you have any questions, just send me a little message, and if I'm able to, I will answer your question very, very quickly. But I will not do your homework. So please be aware that homework is to be done by you. I will give you pointers, ideas and tips, but you must do your homework yourself. Actually, I've helped a few students with their homework over the years. I've had some of you youngsters out there who have sent me messages and said, Ricky, you're an English teacher. I don't understand this. Can you help me, please? And I've actually done that. It's quite a nice feeling, especially when they come back and say, thank you, I got top marks in my lesson. My teacher was very surprised. My teacher tested me again, and I now know what to do. All because of your help. Yeah, you're awesome. I know. I'm wonderful sometimes. Right, now, did you notice that I'd actually got another threshold? So I'm halfway through finishing my level 93 status here. And I'm halfway through basically doing the status for my reputation with this. So it's taken me a long time to actually get up to this point at the moment. And I've gone through an event, I've sold off lots of expansion materials, I've done lots of harvesting and product growing, I've serviced hundreds and thousands of visitors, and I've got lots of achievements. Now, speaking of achievements, what town achievements are there left for me to do? Let's go and have a look. Is there anything? Now, there are 126 achievements to be done, and if you want to know where to find them, you need to go back to your farm and look at your building. When you tap on your building, then the achievements will come up, and it will tell you how many you need to do. And achievements mean diamonds. Oh, yes. So, let's see, what were the town achievements that I've done so far? Scrolling down, scrolling down. Oh my goodness, I can't see any that need to be done still. Ah, Happy Town Visitors! That was one of them. So, first one was serve 10 town visitors, next one was 100, and the last one was 2000. That one's completed. Oh, yes. Build 6 service buildings for Master of Service 3, 4 buildings for Master of Service 2, and 2 buildings for Master of Service 1. I've done that one, yay. Town Explorer 1, 2 and 3. So expand the town 2 times, 8 times and 18 times. I've done that as well, so I'm maxed out there. Now that's one thing I would like to see, please. Can we have some more achievements added for the town? I've run out of town achievements. In fact, I only have 2 more achievements left to do, and then they are all completed. So the only achievements I have left now are the Sweet Treat 3, and I need to harvest 4,500 honeycombs, and I'm currently up to 4,307. Oh yes, and that will be 10 diamonds when I get that one done. Very nice. Diligent Neighbour 1, 2 and 3 is done. So collect 300 neighbourhood points and 2,000 neighbourhood points and 3,800 neighbourhood points. Yeah, that was a good one. And thank you very much to all of my neighbourhood for helping me out in the town when I did need that support. Now, at the moment, my neighbourhood has become quite small because of some issues. Now, if you are a hood owner, sometimes you have to make a decision that you're not quite happy with, just to keep things sensible and relaxed. Okay. Taskmaster 3, that's the last one I need to do. And I need to get 225 derby tasks done. I'm up to 155. So I've got quite a few more to go, and then they are all done. Yay! Now, if I go back to my town at the moment and I have a look at it, okay, I'm up to a reputation level 24. So I'm quite pleased about that. The next reputation is at level 25, and I'm going to need 28,630 points. So it will take me quite a few levels again before I actually reach that total. Now, why is that the case? Well, for one reason, basically the visitors don't give so many reputation points, even though you might have expanded a lot. So as an example, like I'm looking at a young lady who is at my gift shop. She requests some items, and the total rewards for servicing her are 9 hearts, so 9 reputation points, which is actually quite low. So you're going to need to serve lots of visitors. Now her personal reward is 6 hearts, the building will give me 3, so it's not really that fast to actually level up within the town. Now that is something I would like to see change. Now the gift shop at the moment is maxed out to level 23, and if I wanted to I could max it out to a level 24 because I've upgraded. Now if I do max it out, it will then become a level 40 point reputation, and that's actually quite nice. But as you've just noticed, or I've just told you, the points that you're getting are not that high. But then again, it's not just your reputation for the town that you're getting with that one. You're also getting experience towards the game. So in total, she's going to give me 650 experience points, and this is where it mounts up towards your grand total. So as such, leveling up within the town, it's a long process, but the points from the visitors do help with the farm level up, and it can be very, very nice sometimes. So I strongly recommend doing these town events. I strongly recommend going in your town and working on it a lot more. Now if I do want to expand my gift shop a little bit more, what am I going to need? Well, to expand the gift shop, you're going to need stone blocks, you're going to need tar buckets, and you're going to need a hammer. Now I'm going to have to buy these back later because at the moment all I have in storage is 23 hammers. In fact, I've got 33 hammers, but I need a lot of stone blocks and I need a lot of tar buckets. Now, am I really worried at the moment? Not so much, because what I've done already, I've already maxed out my grocery store. That's done up to level 24. My cinema still needs to be done, and I need... In fact, I can do my cinema now! Yay! So I'm going to upgrade my cinema. My cinema to upgrade to receive 5% more experience and reputation points, and it's only 5%. I needed 23 nails, 23 wooden panels, and 23 hammers. So let's press that green tick box, and let's upgrade. And woohoo! Doesn't it look good? So, oh yes, nice and shiny and sparkly. So now my cinema is maxed out to 40%, and I can't do any more there until later. So one more time then. My grocery store's maxed out, my cinema's maxed out, my diner is not yet maxed out, and I'm going to need another 14 planks before I can do that. I have the screws and I have the paint buckets, so not a problem. My spa, okay, that's maxed out. I've done that one, so yay. Okay, my beach cafe, that one needs a lot, and I'm not even thinking about that one yet. But how about my B&B? Yeah, my B&B's maxed out. Awesome, 40% on my B&B. I'm quite happy about that. So most of my buildings are done, and it shouldn't take me too long. Maybe 1 or 2 years. Oh, I hope not that long. Yay, thank you very much, Jody. I just got a shovel floating off your ocean. My friend Fun Farm, okay, there's nothing there for me to collect, but you have lots of visitors. Yay. I'm just about to pick up 9 passengers from one of my neighborhoods. I so love that. Shame there isn't a number 10, but 9 is. Okay, that will go very, very nicely. Now, my friend has a very simple town design. It's completely empty except for the buildings in 2 straight lines with a nice little gap. The design potential is really good here. I'd love to be able to get in there and redesign that town for her. Now actually that could be a good idea. I wish I kind of had the option to be able to create designs very, very quickly. To have the option of just taking a blank slate within the game and then starting a design for the town from scratch upwards, and then showing you what it's like, and then just pressing the clear button, and then it resets back to a nice little blank board again. Right, here comes that personal train driving on in. So, come on, personal train driver, pull up to my platform and disconnect. safeguard all of those passengers. So everybody get off that train and get shopping. We've got some really good discounts at the moment. If you're heading on over to my diner, the Christmas cake is on special. It's half price today when you buy 2 portions for you and your partner. If you come on over to the B&B, we're doing a nice overnight stay, including lunch as well. The cinema movie today is one of Red Knight's videos, and for senior citizens, it's only 1,000 yen. If you come to my gift shop, we are selling some really nice Christmas books, and your children will be very, very pleased. For those who are buying presents for their beautiful wives and girlfriends or daughters, we have a fantastic selection of jewelry in the gift shop, specially designed by Red Knight for you to take home and give to your family. For the ladies out there, if you're buying something for your husbands or sons or your boyfriends, again, the gift shop has the perfect thing for the man of the house. We have some Red Knight Heyday hankies in the store to allow them to dry their hands after they've actually been to a public toilet. The perfect accessory for the modern man. That's one thing I found very useful coming to Japan, hankies. You will really need them when you go to the men's loo for drying your hands after you've washed them. Makes it so much easier. I'm running out of honey and lobster. I guess I'd better start making some more. Sometimes it does get a little frustrating when you think you've got the resources, then you go to find them and it's like, oh my goodness, they're all gone. What should I do? Oh, the agony, the pain, the stress. I'm having a moment there, sorry. Right, now, yes, resources, sometimes you do run out, but it's not a problem. You can go into the corner of the room and cry, or you can just head on over to the production machine and start producing, or you can go to the newspaper, fight your way through all those wheat that are currently taking up all of the spaces, and then look for those goodies that are hidden behind that golden glow. And if you are lucky, it will be very, very golden, and you will be able to do what you want to do. But my recommendation is still stall hopping. It's one of the better ways of actually finding materials very, very quickly. Especially when the newspaper is loaded with items that you don't really want to buy at the moment. Now, I hope as you're watching, you're enjoying the conversation, and I hope you're liking and you're observing the way I play. Now, you can copy my playing style if you like, or maybe you can come up with your own kind of playing style. Maybe you have a different focus. For me, okay, I tend to, when I'm looking for visitors, jump between the stations for my hood, and then basically see who has the most visitors, and who has the visitors that I can turn around quickly. If there are more than 10 people there to be picked up, I tend to not collect those going to the B&B, unless of course I'm going to be hitting the sack very soon, and then I can leave them overnight. I usually focus on the other buildings. Now, this does mean sometimes that I am getting visitors that cannot be served because my building is full up. But that's not a problem because I'm maxed out, and it's very, very easy to turn them around a little bit later. Now, every time I'm checking off the ocean, because the rewards can be really good. Did you see that one? I got a saw. Oh yes, I can chop down some trees. Right, one thing I would like to say, everybody out there that actually supports me with my farm, reviving my bushes, reviving my trees, thank you very much. Okay, it's not often that I get a chance to thank everybody for doing this, but I'm going to give you all a shout out now. You know who you are, you know who I am, and you're often at my farm reviving my bushes and trees. And I do thank you from the bottom of my heart, because without you, I cannot have a farm that is producing goods. So, you make me happy. I have a tear in the corner of my eye. I'm quite pleased. In fact, who were my last few helpers? Let's go and have a look and see who they were. So I'm pressing my little icon down in the bottom right hand corner of my screen. I just need to wait for the game to pick up all of my friends because I have quite a few. Now this is the slow part of the game, connecting to those Facebook accounts and then bringing them up. Right, now, who were the last helpers? Let's have a look. So, pressing on that third tab, and come on, last helpers, who are you? Look at all those items I need to produce. Oh my goodness, it's going to take me ages. Chocolate ice cream. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Actually, what time is it now here in Japan? Oh, it's 11:36 in the morning, and I haven't had my breakfast yet. That's terrible. I better start eating something soon, otherwise I will find the day will vanish, and I will be wasting away. So, Red Knight will become the empty shell of a man that he is at the moment, and my waistline will be very, very thin. We can't let that happen. How can I be Santa Claus for Christmas if I don't maintain my shape? Yes, that's right, everybody. Sometimes I dress up as a Santa helper. I put on a beard and costume, and I bring joy to thousands of children. I don't really give them many presents unless their mothers buy them first, or Santa gives them to me to give to them. But it is a joy to actually make children happy. Right, let's have a look at those that have helped me recently, and I'm going to thank you all now. So, who have we got here? We've got TYVM Welly, level 74, thank you very much. We've got the Dancing Goat, level 126, thank you very much. We got Farm Rosas Rojas, level 91, thank you very much. We've got Iris, she's on construction mode, level 78, thank you very much. Aprilia, level 63, thank you. Farhan, level 36, thank you. Kirito, 57, thank you very much. Vishal, level 48, thank you very much. He recently left my neighborhood. I hope him well with his new neighborhood and whatever he chooses to do in the future. Anfield Jacko, level 54. And the last one here on the last helpers bar, OMA Gellis Kleinsresch. Thank you very much, level 88 there. And I do love that image of the tiger. It's beautiful. Now, I love some of the icon images that I see for people's badges sometimes. There are some really cool ones out there, if I do say so. Farhan's looks like some geese. Kirito looks like a Japanese animation character. Anfield Jacko is a Liverpool supporter. Now, as a young boy, I used to support Liverpool, but these days, I must admit, I'm not so interested in football or soccer for my American friends out of there. Now, my family are heavy football fans. My father's an Arsenal player, my uncle Everton, and I used to be Liverpool. It could be quite interesting during some of the games. But then again, my father is more proactive and supportive of football teams. I actually prefer rugby. No offence to all you football players out there, but I feel that rugby is much more interesting and more sportsmanlike. But then again, I've developed a strong interest in ladies football recently here in Japan. We have a really, really good football team. And just looking at some of the other football teams around the world for the ladies. Excuse me. Pardon me. For some of the ladies around the world. Oh my God, you're so good! There are some really cool female football teams out there. Much better than the guys. And sorry, gentlemen, out there, but can you stop acting like posers and just play the game sometimes? Football is a good game, okay. It's an enjoyable sport and activity, but I must admit sometimes you do play a little bit wussy. The girls, the ladies, they're a much better group of players. They should be paid a lot more for what they're doing. Their skills sometimes can be much, much better. What sports do you like watching, actually, everybody? So what's your favourite team? What's your favourite sport? Why not let me know? If you're an Arsenal or Liverpool player, or you like one of the other teams, why not say so? If you prefer a different sport like rugby or some other activity, maybe like baseball, which is popular here in Japan, why not say as well? It'd be interesting to hear what kind of things my subscribers like to do. Everybody knows that I'm interested in food, and I often post food for the things that I eat here in Japan on my Instagram account. So if you are interested in following me on Instagram, at the very end of this video you will see a scrolling image that shows all of my links. You can see my Facebook account, you can see my YouTube, you can see my Instagram, you can see my Twitter, you can see a lot of links there. And I welcome all of the followers out there who would like to interact with me, who would like to see the images I post. Please do join. Send me your messages, chat. Now, I won't be able to do it straight away sometimes, but I do reply to as many as I can, as often as I can. I must admit my Instagram account is becoming quite heavy, and some of the images that people have been posting are quite cool. I do enjoy looking at other people's photos as well. Now, if I'm actually looking at Instagram at the moment, there's a really cool image here from Emily's here of a Darth Vader style image, and it looks like there's a Death Star and other spacecraft, and it's really good. If I look at some others here, okay, you've got Adam Ray Cyrus is a Miley Cyrus fan. Interesting history she's got there. She plays vocals, guitars and piano. And according to this, she's a singer, songwriter and actress. Oh, I never knew. So, did everybody know she was an actress? What else have we got here? Okay, so there are some strange images here. Wow, Shook Nate has just posted an image of some disappointment mints. I love the imagery on the tin. It's brilliant. Disappointment mints. Oh my god, I've got to get myself one of those. That'd be great. I could give that as a perfect gift to some people. Okay, right, now I'm getting very close to ending this part of the video that talks about the town event, or shows the town event. Now, the town event does run out and then everything resets back to normal. Right, now level 24, I'm getting close to that mark and there's nothing there that I need to do, so let's head on over. As you can see, I've got 25,000 points there, so I'm on the last part of this level. I'm now up to a level 94, so like I said, very very close to the level 95 mark, and it took me a long time to be able to upgrade my town. Now, was it a pleasing experience? Oh my goodness, yes it was, because as you know, I love the town a lot. Look at all these wonderful gifts that they're giving me as well. Now for Christmas, maybe I'd like to see those gifts with a slightly little different Christmas packaging around them. I think that would be a nice little addition to the game. But these last few hundred points, that's going to take a bit of time, I think. So I think I'm going to have to include 3 lots of video images, or maybe even 2 here, I think, just to show off these last few hundred points or so. Now, what was my feeling for actually progressing up to this next one? How did I feel? Well, it was a hard slog. It did take a bit of time. Okay, overall, I would love to see more points given for the reputation. I would love to be able to expand my town a little bit more. Quite often it feels that it's a very very slow process, much slower than the actual expansion within the farm itself. Now maybe for some players they feel that the town expands too slowly, which is one reason maybe they don't put a lot of effort into expanding in that area. Now I do wish that maybe we could get a few more expansion or reputation points in maybe an event sometimes. Now, like 6 reputation points, it's okay, they add up, but when you're looking at like 26,000's worth of reputation points to level up your town, when you're getting 6 points, it's like, oh my goodness, that's such a big hill. Now when you get close to the mountain top and then you finally see that peak was within walking distance, it's like, Oh wow, that was fantastic. But then once you get over to the other side, the drop back down to the next level is like, oh, there's another mountain peak in the distance that I've got to get up to. And it is quite hard. But it is good fun because you can redesign your town, you can change things around, you can have a little bit of enjoyment, and you can get lots of goodies. So in some ways I'm kind of happy that it is slower because it gives me more opportunities to serve visitors and to get lots of free wonderful little gifts. And I think that would be important. Okay, right now I'm on my Instagram account at the moment, and let's have a look. Now I've got, according to this, 3,481 that have followed me, and I've followed 4,368 back. Now it doesn't matter if you don't want to accept me following you, or if you're quite happy just to follow me, that's not a problem. But please be aware that I do follow people back if they follow me. Now, I do get a lot of people who are posting bad images, and then every now and then I check, and then I unfollow those people, and then block them, like I'm just doing at the moment. Oh, there are so many people out there that just waste your time and then try to cheat in the game. What's the point? It's fun, it's enjoyable. Why bother cheating? It's just no benefit in it. You're just ruining it for yourself and for everybody else. It kind of makes me feel apprehensive about accepting follow-on requests when I see that people then change their names and then imagery for something that I'm not really keen on. Still, I blocked hundreds of people, and I'm quite happy to keep blocking people again and again and again. Right, okay, this is that last part of the video I mentioned. And can we do it, I wonder? Who is going to be the magic person for putting me to the number 24? So we're getting very, very close. Oh my god, so 26,336. Can I do it by the end of this? 25,900. Okay, 26,000. Oh, we're almost there. Oh my god, we're getting so close. I'm so excited about this. Oh, I'm jumping up and down. Look, listen to my chair bouncing. Actually, that's me lifting my chair up to make it bounce, but you've got the idea. Oh dear. I've got no more people to collect points from. So I'm going to have to serve all of these visitors just to be able to get those missing points. And I'm so close. 300 points, that's all I need. So 300 points at 6 points a visitor. How many visitors am I going to need, I wonder? Now, how long is this part of the video? Okay, right. This part of the video is going to be running for another 4 minutes and 50 odd seconds. So that's probably 4 minutes worth of service before I can actually get those points. Am I going to be able to do it? I really hope so. I'm looking forward to it. I want to level up very, very soon. Now, if anybody does want to follow me on Instagram, it's very, very easy to find me. You can either go to the Heyday Instagram, you will see lots of images that I post there, and especially if you're looking for the hashtag amusing. Other images I post usually have the Red Knight hashtag, so that's hashtag R3DKNIGHT. I also use the hashtag Heyday, so hashtag HAYDAY. So many of my images have those three tags, and you're looking for Red Knights. So that's R3DKNIGHTS, and you will find my shield logo. Once you find me, do send me a friend request, and as I said, I will friend everybody on Instagram. I love Instagram. It's a great way to share some really cool images, and there are some wonderful images out there in the world, if I do say so myself. So everybody keep posting those images, keep sending them in, and if I like them, I will like them. We're getting really close. I'm almost at the end. Just look at that. 300 points left to go and I am done. Now I'm so ecstatic about that. I'm almost at a level 24. But how many more videos will it take before I actually reach that point? Now I'm going to be doing, I think, yes, 2 more small videos right after this one, just to show you the last 300 odd points. Now, did it take me a long time to do? Maybe not. Actually, it didn't take so long, just a few hours. I was able to come back to the game much later, and then I was able to get those points. But when I get to level 24, how am I going to feel? Am I going to be really happy about it? Am I going to be a little bit emotional and break down and start screaming? Am I going to be so happy that I throw my chair out of the window and scare my neighbors and they think that someone's being too joyous in my building? Now, actually showing emotion here would not be such a good thing. Now, it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon now, so maybe if I start screaming and shouting, my neighbours will get a little frustrated because I will be disturbing their lunch breaks. And I still need to go and have my lunch. In fact, once I've done this video, I'm going to be heading off out. I don't have to start work till much later, but I do need to get something to eat. So, what should I have for dinner? Or sorry, for lunch today, I wonder. I think a nice little bento would go down nicely. I do like Japanese bentos. They can be very delicious sometimes. But not the convenience store bentos. I don't like those. I like the bentos that come from the delis. My local deli does some really fresh food. Right, collecting lots of goods from my farm, gradually getting more experience points because I need them to get up to level 95, and I'm running out of resources, so I guess I'd better make some more there. I've been sending lots of goodies away for my truck because we got a truck event, as you can see there from the little notification board. That one's now expired, as I said earlier, and I've got lots of coins. So look at the coinage now, 3,423,000. That's not bad. Now, there's no visitors waiting to be collected. They're all waiting for produce, so I do hope that they are going to give me lots of coins. So let's jump to the next video when these people are ready and just see how many coins, because the reputation points will be different for every single building. And then afterwards I can start expanding once I get up to that level 24, and then seeing what materials I need to beg, borrow and steal from my friends until all of my buildings are done again. So jumping ahead slightly, and I now have those honeypots, yay, and there are people waiting for me. So will I get enough points in this to actually go up to 300? Look at all those waiting for me. Yeah, so you can have that one, sir, and I will see you in 35 minutes. Maybe you will be the lucky person, or maybe it will be too late. So, 300 points. Let's see what I get for these ones. So, look at that beautiful young lady there, and I got 6 points in total there. What am I getting this time? And it's another 6 points. Oh, this is going to take a long time. Yay! 6 points. And it's gradually going up. Oh my god, look at that. Next building, who's ready for me? So let's do the gift shop. Now, I do like the gift shop. As I said, there's a wonderful sale on at the moment, and all of these people are buying Christmas presents for their loved ones from me. Yay, look at those experience points. Another 6 there, another 3 there for the bonus. Yeah, 9 points here for my gift shop for each of the visitors. What else have I got here? No one at the B&B. Oh yeah, I got a plank. That'll be useful for expanding. And there's nobody else waiting to be served. I've got to wait another 6 minutes for those ones. Oh dear, I guess I'm going to have to come back in an hour. Now I got 15 people in my town. That should be enough to level up. In fact, I know it's going to be enough. I can't get any more visitors because my train is in maintenance, so if I did need them, I'm a little bit stuck. Now I happen to know it's going to be the one more video, so in a second I will jump on over. But I've got a happy face, all my customers are served, so it will be much easier. Right, here we go, level 24, here I come. So 26 experience points there, very nice. Look at these ones as well, another 14 there, plus 5 bonus, and we've done it, level 24. Oh my god, did you see that, everybody? My town is now a level 24. I'm so ecstatic about that. Let's jump up and down and bash my chair on the ground. Oh yes, oh yes. Now I so apologize if you're listening with headphones on. Maybe your eardrums have just exploded, but I'm really happy. Red Knight's Town is now a level 24, and I got a diamond. Oh wow, a diamond. That will be perfect. I can just add that to my grand total and it will be wonderful. So let's send that diamond over, and I've now got another diamond for my collection which I can use for Christmas. Now for the next level I'm going to need 28,000 points. Oh wow, that's a big mountain. But what can I do between now and then? Well, what I can do is start to expand my buildings, because they can now be upgraded to the next level. Now I can't upgrade them to level 25, as you already know. I can only upgrade them to level 24, which is the current level I've just reached, so I'm really pleased about that. But do I have all of the resources? No, I don't. I'm still quite a few resources missing, and I'm still looking for them all. Now when I started looking for resources, I needed the following items. I needed 46 bricks, I needed 46 paint buckets, I needed 46 drills, 69 tars, 69 hammers, 69 stones, 23 planks, 23 screws, 23 nails, 23 wooden panels, 23 bolts and 23 tapes. Now some of them I've actually found, and I'm so happy that there were lots of town expansion materials for sale in the newspaper. Now at the moment they've all vanished again, and it's all back to the wheat, so I'm having to push my way through the wheat just to find those few little items. Now for me the tars are a bit of a challenge, but we will see how it goes. I've already said which buildings I need to do. You're looking at the ones now that I'm able to upgrade, so I'm very pleased. There's no rush for me to upgrade all of these buildings quickly. I've got a whole level before I need to start thinking about it. But once I've actually upgraded everybody, I will start to sell off any of the extra expansion materials. So at the moment, apologies everybody, if you are looking for any of the extra items, i.e. screws, nails, wooden panels, bolts and tape, I do need 23 of those, so anything over 23 I will pass on. Anything that's less than 23 that I currently need, please hold on till much later. But then again, if I do have quite a bit of a way to go before I can actually upgrade, I've not got a problem with actually passing a few on, and I've already done so. Right, that's it for the end of this video. I'm really happy. It's taken me 2 levels to actually get up from 23 to 24. That was a lot of points. I was quite pleased. There have been an event, so I could do a town event. There have been a lot of events in the farm as well, so the concentration's been more on the farm. But for me, that's it. I'm signing off. Now, don't forget to subscribe. These are all of my links, so do send me a request, and I will see you all later in the game. So have a happy heyday, and goodbye from Red Knight.